It's been a long time since I've had an online mental breakdown. It's about time. We'll see if this video even makes it to the internet. I don't know. I'm realizing that making a video about my problems is apparently my go-to coping mechanism, because I feel like I don't know what I need. Okay, so anyways, here's there's no, don't be alarmed, nothing like super serious is happening. I'm just like I've been stuck is just like, I think the best way to describe it is I have been feeling so incredibly stuck and I guess just like sad, just like plain old sad, just like a good old depression nap central over here. So I've been feeling stuck, sad, I've been self-sabotaging, and just like I've cornered myself into the absolute just worst, most toxic mindset, and I don't know how I got here. I truly don't, but it just feels so inauthentic not sharing this side of what's happening in my life right now as well too, because I really don't want to give anyone the impression or the illusion that every day is like ever so peppy and full of rainbows and butterflies and puppies. I guess even my sad days do have 2 puppies, but regardless, I do really want to share, I guess, the not so great days as well. I have so many tech people in my house, so I can't even have a depression nap on my own couch right now. So I've just taken myself for a drive and have decided that I'm going to word vomit in the car for the next 15-20 minutes, and we'll see if it ever sees the light of day on the internet. I also just feel like I'm not the first person to have career-related decision paralysis. So I really do want to just have this conversation for the sake of maybe someone else has felt like this at some point in their life and has some insight and can tell me what to do with my life, because I don't know and I'm so lost and stuck. Oh my god. Okay, I don't even know where to start. So, I mean, I guess, the first thing is that I'm my own boss, and that is truly the most valuable gift that I will ever have in my career, ever. I've worked so many shitty jobs in my life that I truly understand and appreciate what it is and the value, and being so lucky to make my own hours and to be able to decide what healthcare plan my company employees are going to receive, and just overall make the majority of all of the decisions that are related to my career, and then, that's directly attached to then my lifestyle. So this is why I get so in my head too about even having these conversations, because I never ever want to come off as ungrateful, and it just eats me up inside, because that is the last and furthest thing that I'd ever want this to give the impression of, because you guys have given me literally everything, everything in my life you've given me, and I am forever grateful, and I cannot stress this enough. And see, I'm just going in circles. Literally everything is, oh, my mind is in a mess right now. Oh my god. And I guess this time feels different because I don't want to take a break. I don't think stopping making content is actually the answer here at all. I will say that I've really been struggling with feeling guilty when I'm not doing anything, when I'm doing something that's not productive. I feel like because I'm struggling so much with just direction, I feel guilty when I'm not doing something that could be potentially putting myself in the right direction of finding direction, if that makes sense. I don't know. So I've been feeling really guilty anytime I'm not doing something productive, and I know that that's not healthy. But I'm also not feeling rested and relaxed after not doing anything, because I'm just constantly consumed by the spiral that is my mind right now. Oh, let's be real. It's time to be real. Well, this is real. I didn't hit record with a script or a list of things that I wanted to address, so this truly is going to be the most accurate depiction of a word vomit video that I've probably ever posted. Again, if this does get posted. But yeah, I don't know what kind of content I want, no, that's not true, because I kind of know what kind of content I want to make. I'm having big picture directional decision paralysis is, I think, kind of my overarching theme of where I feel the most paralysis. I have taken a break off of the main channel. I think a big part of it is also because YouTube has prioritized short form content so much, which I honestly don't mind. I'm down to roll with the punches. Like, let me be the first to say that I am not passionate about trying YouTuber brands and products. Like, they're fun videos to film, they really are, but like, that's not where my passion lies. I think I've lightly touched on this in past vlogs, but DIYs in long format video form just like do not perform well on YouTube. And it's not even about like the numbers and the success. It's more just like, oh, okay, well, like, this makes so much more sense to do in a 60-second video because people have like ass attention spans, me included. And so like that totally makes sense. I am so down to pivot all of my DIY content to short form content and like little segments of when I'm doing just random fun DIYs like for myself in vlogs. I'm so on board for that, and I'm so okay with that. So I've kind of paused on the main channel, I think because also the channel is 11 years old now. The audience has gone through a lot of changes and shifts, and so I feel my most authentic self on the vlog channel. I think this community is incredible, and I'm so much more passionate, I think, about making content here on this channel. It's 100% where I'm most comfortable, and I think kind of what we've built all together has been really, really nice, and I really enjoy making content on the vlog channel, and so no plans to stop. Also, my parents are coming into town tomorrow, and my mom is coming to another dress shopping appointment on Wednesday, so we are going from a full 180 content pivot from this spiraling word vomit video over to the next video being a wedding dress try on. So I just want to mentally prep everyone, including myself, that we are going 0 to 100. That will be a much different vibe of a video. I think a big part of my decision paralysis comes from a like debilitating fear of failure, and I think because, again, I'm my own boss, and although I have a great team of people around me, like, it's such a kind of like a fucked mindset that you're building a brand around yourself, and the double-edged sword of being yourself and like being your most authentic self online is that if you're associating failure with numbers, it's easy for that to be a direct correlation to your self-worth, and god damn, that is a toxic mindset. For some reason, I feel like I've gone through periods of having really, really tough skin and it not affecting me whatsoever. I'm just kind of spiraling in this tornado, this cyclone of self-doubt and feeling like I don't have anything special to offer, because like at the end of the day, I'm just a regular ass person who happened to share a lot of their life online over the past 10 years, and nothing about me being a regular person has changed. And so like I don't know. I'm coming up from the gym right now, and I've been so in my head this whole workout. I literally felt like I was on the brink of tears the entire workout. It's not even that I'm feeling creatively like uninspired, because I don't even really think that's it. I think I'm just so overwhelmed by how much content there is and how much noise there is, and pairing that with feeling insecure and this paralyzing self-doubt. I heard this quote the other day that really resonated with me, that was, done is better than perfect. And so on one hand, I was like, oh, that does make a lot of sense, like done is better than perfect, like I should just continue and just like push through and continue to make content. But I also don't want to put out shitty content, and it is near impossible to reach perfection. I think when I hired on an editor, I was really able to learn how to let go of chasing perfection in any kind of content. But I mean, I just took you through my mindset of how many layers of that get me fucked up. Am I feeling creatively uninspired? Maybe I am. The one good thing that I really am looking forward to is that Michelle Carre referred me to her life coach and mentor, and so I've got a hour-and-a-half long meeting with her in a week from today, actually, and so I'm really, really looking forward to just hearing a professional opinion I guess, on my life spiral. Obviously I love therapy so much, but I think right now I need something different. I think right now with where I am in my life and in my career, I need something a little bit different than what I've been doing in the past. So I'm excited to start doing like a motivational, career-oriented therapy. I guess it definitely is still like therapy and bettering yourself. I'm really looking forward to it. So I will keep you guys updated on how that goes. This is my first time having any kind of mentor. I think that I need, like, I don't know if I need someone to be like, shut the fuck up and just like start making things. Like, you're not giving yourself enough credit, which is probably half of it, is that I am so easy to be my first doubter and my first hater, which again is not super healthy. And I'm able to acknowledge and see the toxicity in that. Again, like, I really just want to stress 1,000 times over that I'm not looking for any kind of validation. And I'm not looking for pity or empathy. I just want to make sure that I tear the curtain down, in that my life is not perfect and there is not an illusion of perfection and happy swirly rainbow butterflies. The things that I am thinking about that another friend passed along as nuggets of advice that I think really resonated with me is that, like, when I express that there's just so many people making content and like, what do I have to offer that's special, she said something along the lines of like, it's gonna be some other random person making that piece of content if it's not you, so why not you? Which I think is very simple and straightforward and true, and maybe another creator needs to hear that. I know I'm talking myself in circles here again, and truly this is such a reflection of my brain, and I'm not looking forward to watching this back and editing it and piecing it together and trying to make sense of what's happening, this mind fuck of my brain right now. I think that I forgot to stress that failure for me isn't necessarily about the numbers and the views and the likes and the comments. I think it's more about how I'm feeling and the audience reaction, whether it be 1,000 people or 1 million people. I think that's a closer measurement of success, a more accurate measurement of success for me personally. Obviously, if you put your heart and soul into a video and it entirely flops, I think that also is its own struggle in itself. And I think TikTok has really helped train me to go in with low expectations, because I think the TikTok algorithm is so whack. Sometimes it even comes down to the time that you're posting a piece of content. So I've really learned, I think, from TikTok that it's sometimes truly, I don't know, I don't try to understand the algorithm. I do my best to try and make content that is good-ish, good enough. That reminds me of the Ryerson slogan we came up with on the podcast, Ryerson. Good enough. So I try my best to, post content when it makes sense, but I also am not interested in being a creator that is so deeply rooted in the analytics. I think it's important to know your audience and understand your demographic, but I don't want to be someone who has my head so far in the sand with numbers that like I lose touch of the content that's actually making me happy. So that's something that I've been thinking about as well too. Not that I've ever been a creator who's like deep in the numbers, but I know like I was on a TikTok algorithm at one point that was all just like creator analytics and strategists, and it stressed me out to no fucking end. And I was like, this takes the fun out of the creation process for me a little bit, I think. And so I feel like I started dabbling in it in a little bit and then immediately pulled back and was like, oh, this is not for me and I don't feel good. Like my person doesn't feel good when I'm submerging myself in this part of the process. But listen, like, I know that that's better business. Like, at the end of the day, if you were trying to print dollars, be a creator, that is better business, and more power to you if that is something that mentally flows with you in a way that you stay healthy and happy and thriving. I think I've also identified that having a limitless amount of possibility is truly a blessing and a curse. Like, I can make a video about literally fucking anything. Like, literally anything. I can make a video about the contents of this coffee. I can make a video flipping that house over there. I can make a video taking apart a car. Like, there are so so many resources, and the limits are just totally endless. And I think because I've always considered myself a master of none, in that I have the niche of being able to creatively problem solve almost any kind of like artsy, crafty type of thing, but there's not like one medium that I'm super passionate about, and there's not just like one specific niche that I really want to apply myself to. Obviously the wedding content has been so much fun, and I think having that pillar of content that like is just naturally happening in my life has been so great, and a really nice like core foundation for a lot of my content, which is great. So grateful for it, and I feel like you guys are really enjoying being part of the process, and I'm trying to be as transparent as possible because the wedding industry is fucked. Oh my god, I am learning so much, and so I've been loving sharing that that element of my life because that's all just like organically happening. But outside of that, like I could start a blanket company. I could do a whole short form series on learning how to make clothes. Like, I just am lost in what I want my next step to be. And again, it's such a double-edged sword. It's such a blessing and a curse, and I am so fucking lucky. I am so incredibly grateful and fucking lucky. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I want, and that's the biggest problem in all of it, is that I don't know what I want. That is the root and source of why my sleep scores on my Aura ring have been absolute ass, and it just consumes every waking hour. I have had such a hard time finding any kind of peace in anything that I'm doing because I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. And I don't have a boss that's gonna tell me. I don't have a boss that's like, here are your next assignments for the 3-month and the 6-month and the 12-month mark. Now go execute them. And so now I'm just in this position where I want to be happy with the content that I'm creating, and I want you to be happy with the content that I'm creating. I want to be fulfilled, and I want it to not just be another piece of noise on the internet. I want it to bring value to you. And I've been doing this for 10 years, 11 years, 12 years? After I hit the 10-year mark, it really just started to get really blurry when I started. I think it's 11 years now. I think it's 11 years. I don't expect anyone watching this to have the answer, but I wanted to share where I'm at, which is not in a good place right now. And I know that I'm laughing, but I've had some really hard days. Today I think has been one of the hardest. My parents are coming into town tomorrow, and so we've got they're here for a 5-day visit, and so we can do just like nice, chill, fun family things, which I think will be good. I'm gonna try and take a step back from my mind fuck of a brain right now for the next 5 days, and I'm excited to have conversations in the comments of this video. Again, you're not gonna have the answer for my problems, and I know that. So like, I'm not expecting to be able to pull the answer out of the comments. I want to be very clear. But that's where I'm at right now, and I think that this has been therapeutic. I think this is going to be a rough edit for me because this is such a mess. This is also right now one clip. So anyways, I really just need to snap myself out of this really fucking toxic mindset though. I've just like cornered myself into such a negative perspective. I feel good about being able to identify that I've put myself here, and it's no one's fault but my own, truly. When I get into this vulnerable position, it's really difficult to read any kind of criticism that also might hold any kind of truth that I am either in agreement or denial about, whatever it might be. I think it puts me in a tough position, and I have trouble processing in a healthy way, and I've not been doing the best job by staying out of negative comments on the internet of myself, and it's not a fun place to be. I think I've word vomited all of the brain clutter that has been swirling around. I just want to be so transparent in that I'm having a really shitty week, and I hope that your week is going okay. and there is light and laughter and you are thriving, and if you are not, it is okay, because I am also not thriving and I am spiraling in this decision paralysis in a shitty, toxic perspective that I have put myself in, and this has happened before and I'm sure it'll happen again and I will get myself out, but I never want to create the illusion that everything is perfect. Okay, I'm on a random side street because my house has been infiltrated with tech people and I'm gonna go home. Okay, bye guys.